So I tried to recover from burnout by doing absolutely nothing. 3 days in bed, Netflix, sleep, zero responsibilities. Day four, I felt exactly the same, maybe even worse. And I was so confused. Like, isn't rest supposed to work? Turns out, rest isn't the same as recovery. And nobody tells you that. This is something I wish somebody had told me as I was going through this journey early on. Does that sound familiar? You rest and you rest and still feel like garbage. Because here's what I figured out. Your body can rest, but if your nervous system is still in threat mode, you're actually you're not recovering. Stay with me because I'm about to tell you what actually works. Not the take a bubble bath advice, the real stuff. And by the end, you're going to have one practice you can do today, right after this video, that actually resets your nervous system. Yes, as long as you try it, it will work. I have been working on it. I've been using this practice, and that's why I wanted to share it with you today. It's going to be no fluff, just the thing that got me off that couch and back to feeling human again. And quick thing. So most of you that are watching are not subscribed yet. And this is hitting home for you. Here's how to support my work. I want you to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell because here's the deal. Tomorrow, I'm going to be sharing something I've never said out loud. That's my Saturday reflection about my HSP journey. And honestly, it's vulnerable, but I think you need to hear it. For me, these videos build on each other. So if you don't want to go through this alone, subscribe. Do it now so you don't miss what comes next. Plus, we're building something here, a space where being an HSP, which is a highly sensitive person, is not a stigma. It's just a trait. It's like having brown eyes and being 5'6" or whatever your height is. So us highly sensitive people, we are deep feelers and we're thriving, not just surviving. All right. So let me tell you what actually works for recovery. So picture this, me, I'm in bed, day 3 of recovery. I'd done everything right. You know, I stayed in pajamas. I turned off my phone. I binge watched a whole entire season of something. And interestingly, I felt nothing. What I remember feeling is I was still exhausted. I still felt foggy. I still like couldn't sleep for a week. And if I tried to sleep for that week, it would still not be enough. And I remember thinking, what am I doing wrong? And it's just racking my brain, just trying to figure this out. Here's what was missing. I was resting my body, but my nervous system was still running in the background. I was resting, but my nervous system was still running in the background, like physically. I wasn't doing anything, but it was just mental. I was replaying work conversations, worrying about emails, planning my to-do list for when I went back. And my mind was still on. My system was still scanning. It was still in threat mode. And that's when I learned rest is not enough. You have to actively tell your nervous system that it is safe, right? because your body doesn't care that you're lying in bed. It only cares you're actually safe. And mine wasn't convinced at all. I wasn't convinced. So, all right, here's what I learned about what actually helps with the recovery. Your nervous system needs three things, and they're stupid. They're stupidly simple, but nobody tells you. One, safety, not just physical safety, like your body needs proof that the threat is no longer there. For me, that meant blocking off 2 full days. Not I'll rest if I have time, but nothing is scheduled, no plans, no obligations, just space. Because my nervous system needed to know this isn't a quick break before going back into battle. This is actual recovery time, which leads me to the second thing, discharge. All that stress you've been holding on to, it doesn't just evaporate, it has to go somewhere. For me, it would look like I was walking, crying, or literally just shaking my hands out, just shaking my hands out. I know it looks weird, but it works. It works for me. You are completing the stress cycle, letting your body move the energy through. And the third thing is connection. And it's not social connection, no. Connection to your body. Because when you're burnt out, you are disconnected. You are floating, you are gone. So you need to come back and come back to yourself. And that happens through senses. For instance, touch, warmth, and taste. That's it. Safety, discharge, and connection. Just three things. Not bubble baths, not face masks, not treat yourself. Your nervous system needs to know the threat is over. You can stand down, and I'll tell you what does not work. What doesn't work is, okay, I'll say it this way. Let's do a quick sidebar. Let me save you some time by telling you what doesn't work. One, pushing through. Do not push through. I mean, obviously, but I tried it anyway. Thought that if I could just power through one more week, I would feel better. Spoiler, I actually felt worse. I actually felt worse. So it takes me to the second thing, numbing. You can scroll, wine if you indulge in it, Netflix for 8 hours straight. Look, I'm not saying never do these things, but if your only recovery strategy is not doing the thing, it's not going to help. You have to actually practice these things every day because what it does is it just pauses the discomfort. The overwhelm is still there when you stop. Three, waiting for it to just magically go away. No, burnout doesn't just leave. You have to actively recover. That's something you have to actively do, which brings me to what actually works. There's a practice that I've learned or adapted that's actually helping me, and it works. Here's the thing that changed everything for me. I call it the 10-minute nervous system reset. So every single day, even when, especially when you don't think you need it, here's what it will look like. I break down those 10 minutes into, I'll start with 5 minutes of movement, not a workout, not exercise, just gentle movement, just discharging that stuck energy because you want to let it go. You want to get it out. I'll walk around, let's say my yard, and then I'll go walk there. I'll shake my arms out, or I'll dance badly to a song in the living room. Just dance. The goal is not cardio. it's completing the stress cycle. That's your goal. And in those 10 minutes, so you'll break it down to 5 minutes, and then you come down to 3 minutes of sensory grounding, something that brings you into your body, like into it right now, like for you to be present. Like for me, it's holding something warm. Like I'll just get my tea. You can get a heating pad. Like for me, sometimes I use my dog Misty, as you've seen her in previous videos in the last couple of days, or cold water on my face. I'll throw some cold water on my face. And sometimes I'll do a specific smell. For instance, coffee. Those of you who enjoy coffee, lavender is for me the scent that signals safety to me. So that's what I use. And then the 2 minutes, you're going to do 2 minutes of verbal safety. You're going to say something out loud. This is key. You have to say it out loud. You have to say to yourself, I'm safe, the threat is over, and I can rest now. And your nervous system responds to external cues. So give it one. Just find something that will work for you. And that is it for the 10 minutes. You're going to do movement, grounding, and saying it loud. It is 10 minutes, but you break it down in 5, 3, 2, or whatever works for you, but just do those three things. And here's what I've noticed. When I do this every day, I don't hit burnout. I do still get tired. I still get overwhelmed. I just don't shut down. That's not happening anymore because I'm managing my system before it maxes out, right? It's like brushing your teeth, right? You don't wait until they're rotting for you to take care of them. You brush your teeth every day. Like you're not saying, "Oh, I'm not going to brush," or I'm going to do that. You just get up, you just know in your head, I need to brush my teeth. And that's something that I do every day. Or when you take your shower, like you just do it every day without even questioning it. It's the same with your nervous system. And here's the reframe that changed everything for me. For me, recovery isn't passive, it's active. It's something that I do actively. You can't just rest and hope your nervous system figures it out. You have to give it those external cues. You have to actively signal, hey, we're safe now. The danger's past. You can stand down. I got this. And here's the thing, rest does restore energy, but nervous system regulation restores your capacity. Yes. And for HSPs, capacity is what burns out. It's not just energy. So we need to be regulated. We need regulation constantly. Consistency is key for us HSP when it comes to being regulated, not just resting. And once I understood that, I stopped feeling guilty about needing more downtime than everyone else. Everybody else might not require as much time as we do because I'm not doing less, I'm just processing more. And processing takes a lot of our energy. So of course, I need more recovery time, and so do you. And that's not a weakness. It's just math. That's just it. And that I've found to be very helpful for me to prevent burnout. Now, if you're new here, my name is Lai. I'm a pediatric registered nurse, 30 years deep in healthcare, and I am a fellow HSP learning that recovery is a practice. It's not a waiting game. And look, I also write on Substack. There's a growing community of us HSPs there, figuring things out together. This YouTube channel is the video version of that community. The link is going to be in the description below if you want to read along too. I post there every day on my notes, and I do long form posts as well. Now, tomorrow is Saturday, my reflection day, and I'm sharing something I've never said out loud on camera. That's making me nervous. That's giving me a little bit of anxiety, but it's something about my HSP journey that's been hard to admit. And I'm going to share it publicly for the first time, so you don't want to miss. And I think some of you need to hear it because sometimes the most healing thing is knowing someone else struggles with that same thing that you are struggling with. So I want you to hit subscribe in the bottom, turn on your notifications so you don't miss it when that episode drops. And here's why this matters. We are not just surviving as HSPs. I want us to learn to be in thriving mode, not survival, because we have been in survival for way too long. We are taking up space. We are healing. We're figuring out that being an HSP isn't a stigma. It's just a trait. And we deserve to feel good. We need to feel seen. We need to feel like we're not too much. Because here's the truth, you are not too much. You are a deep feeler, and the world needs more of us, not less. So go try the 10-minute reset right now after watching this video. Walk, ground yourself, and say out loud, I am safe. And I want you to come back tomorrow and tell me how it went. Drop a comment below. Let me know because these comments are where we figure this out together, where we realize we are not alone. So I want to thank you for being here. Thank you for showing up, for choosing to heal instead of just pushing through. You got this. And I want you to remember, you're doing better than you think. And I'll see you tomorrow.